so I wanted to make this video. Basically, I'm a book reviewer, and I've done my share reviews of a good plot in a mystery novel or romance or suspense mostly. And so I wanted to make this video in conjunction with my previous rating of actually Arizona, and it's based solely on my experience. I've been in Arizona for 4 years. I moved here from California, and this pace in California was hectic. So, the expectation I had coming into Arizona was a slower pace. Typically, when you think of moving to Arizona, you think this is where you come to maybe to grow your roots and to kind of where you want to take a slower pace, or maybe retire, or maybe kind of opposite of like the life or lifestyle that California offers, which is really, really fast lane, right? And so I had that mentality coming into this new environment, this new state, and like I said, been here for 4 years already, and it's been completely, from my experience, completely opposite of slow pace. It's just been completely even more hectic than the lifestyle that California had to offer. And so I rated the state of Arizona based on my experience as the worst state. Do not move here. If you're here, get out. Because when we were talking about moving to this state, I wish somebody would have warned me or given me the heads up, this is really, you're not gonna get what you think you're gonna get, And so for somebody moving to a new state, I kind of treat others the way you would want to be treated, and I wish somebody would have made a video like I made a video saying, no, do not move to Arizona, do not take that route unless you are on the really wild and reckless and you want really, really, really wild experience, haunted experience. If you want completely anyway, so in an aspect of it, it feels like my freedoms, or the freedoms, of the average typical habitant of Arizona, the freedoms are kind of questionable. It raises questions of what is actually followed based on constitutional law, what is actually infringed upon, what is actually followed by law, what's actually not. And honestly, I wasn't interested in getting myself mixed in any of this, and yet here I am. Can hardly wait to get out of here. And so it kind of feels like a trap, it feels like maybe a stiflement upon human rights, or upon human freedoms, or upon any kind of freedoms of maybe freedoms of speech. I've encountered freedoms of speech kind of things that freedoms of speech. I felt like there's been attacks on freedom of religion, a bunch of First Amendment constitutional freedoms that kind of feels like hey, what's happening? Where are the human rights at? And so from being kidnapped to just complete extremes, if I must describe it that way, and completely opposite of the expectation I had moving into this state. Complete opposite. And so I made that video, and I make this video in hopes that if somebody is thinking about moving to Arizona, maybe they should really, really, really research the state, like really, 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 really research every aspect of it before potentially moving into the state, because the atmosphere is, and the environment and the culture. And I did move into a new development, and maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the neighborhoods that are a little bit more older or more established have things figured out a little bit better, and so it doesn't feel like you're living in like in a haunted house, or it doesn't feel like your rights are infringed upon as much, and that it actually feels natural and normal and quiet and peaceful. But like I said, that maybe the location has something to do with it, or I don't know, but it does feel like extreme, an extreme aspect of it, and so it does put like a regretful check in my travel plans. I wish I would have never moved here had I known what I know today, and therefore making this video hopefully to if nothing else, just to journey or journal my journey this far and say, hey, Arizona's not a good fit for you, and if you're listening to this video, maybe, and you're wondering if you should be moving to Arizona, maybe you should maybe consider other options, unless you're just feeling brave and, you know, ready to pedal on the unknowns of a brand new movie lifestyle. So stay safe, and much love and peace. And while on the zombie apocalypse, make sure to stay afloat and keep on swimming. Stay safe, Arizona.